Hey, how's it going, guys? I hope the microphone sounds a little bit better this time than last time. I know last time I did a video, which was my Battlefield 4 PC version rant and review. It was a little quiet, I thought, so I hope that I'm more articulate. I was also very tired when I made that video, but I hope I'm a little more articulate with this video. I've also set the microphone boost onto 20. That's just a personal reference for myself when I make this video. See how it turns out on YouTube and whatnot. But I wanted to talk about Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. Now, the new patch, actually, the day I'm making this video is actually March 3rd, but March 4th, from what I'm told, the business expansion comes out. And ever since Grand Theft Auto 5 came out with the online, which was about a month after the game's release, people have been complaining, saying how bad the game actually is. Now, I'm not going to disagree with you guys on some of that stuff. I do know before lots of the patches have come around, there have been a lot of problems with the game. Mainly, the things I didn't like were the bugs, like where your character would get reset. People were reporting that. I never had that problem, but I know I'd be very upset if that did happen to me. There were some other things, one of them being there was a money glitch where people were getting like thousands and thousands of dollars, and even one guy said he had it sent to him and he potentially could have got banned, or maybe he even did get banned, I can't remember. But he got like $2 billion or something, of glitched, cheated money or hacked money or whatever. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about, because ever since then it seems like they patched that okay. But let me go ahead and talk about what I want to actually talk about, and that's the people who are saying how crap this game is, when in all honesty it's not that much different than a standard MMO. I mean, it is different in some ways that typically could counteract, maybe saying that, okay, maybe Grand Theft Auto 5 isn't really the online sort of game, like built into an MMO style. But let me compare it to one of the MMOs that I've played before. I'm not a big MMO gamer. I really don't have much interest in them. But one game I did play was DC Universe Online, so I'm going to try and make some comparative references to that versus this game, and what I find similar. Now, a lot of people are complaining because they get killed too easily. Which, all I have to say to that is, why don't you guys just go to invite-only sessions? I know some people don't want to play the game that way, and that's fine, I guess, but, I mean, some of these people haven't even mentioned that. Like, I don't even think they've ever tried it. Now, because you don't have to just play this game in a public server or whatever with everybody. You can play this game on your own if you want, with a friend, or even on your own. You can play in a completely private session and just play the online by yourself. You can win races, you can get money. Do you get money or experience? It's one or the other, but you don't get both. Like, you don't just get it easily handed to you. But I don't remember if it's you get experience or money. I think you get experience, but you don't get money. But I mean, you at least get something, and you can play the races by yourself, and you can get easy experience that way. So, again, it may not be the most practical of choices to pick, but again, the option's there. Invite-only session, the option is there. So, what invite-only session is you start the session, or your friend starts the session, and then you or they can invite. You can invite each other, basically. You can invite your friends from your friends list, as long as they're online, I think, and you can play with just them. You can kill each other if you want, so you can boost off the award system if you want. But I just play with my friends just to have fun. I never play the public game servers, because I think that's annoying. It's really just based on who's played this the longest, who's had the no life the longest, who's paid to win in this sort of game, especially in the early days of this game. But like I said, I can understand if you guys have legitimate complaints, like, oh, your character, you ranked him up to like 40 or 50, and then like it glitched out your character, and now he's an original rank, or you lost your character. That I can understand, putting work into the game and then losing it. I can understand being potentially given glitched money, or people glitching money and not getting banned. That's annoying. That I can understand. But I really can't understand all these people complaining about the game when, oh, I got rocket launched or something, or I got hit by a chopper or something. Folks, that's the name of the game. It's Grand Theft Auto. Pretty much anything goes. And yeah, it may be annoying, but again, you have the option to go to the invite only or private servers. You go to your own private server or session or whatever you want to call it, and bam, you're there. You don't have to worry about anybody killing you. I mean, and I still see people complaining about this to this day. About all this stuff, about why in the world are they complaining about some of this stuff? I mean, this is typical fashion. Take, for example, when I was playing DC Universe Online. There's a PvE mode and a PvP mode. The PvE mode allows you to play around in the game. You're not by yourself, you're with other heroes or villains, depending on which one you picked. But there's no, like, enemies, like heroes or villains, depending on what you pick. So if you're the heroes, there could be, there's no villains in the game. Like, villain, as long as you pick PvP. Or, excuse me, PvE. If you picked PvP, that would be player versus player. And yes, you still play the game normally, but there are instances where you can battle somebody, or they could attack you, or whatever. So, again, you can pick one or the other. Same thing in Grand Theft Auto. You can pick invite-only session, you could pick a completely private session, or you could pick the open mode, which is more like PvP. Now, the same sort of thing with DCUO, applies to that. In DCUO, you could still get killed by an enemy as long as you're playing PvP. But PvE was just the basic. It was just, you had the heroes on the one side. Now, because Grand Theft Auto does not have a distinction between heroes and villains, or like, I think World of Warcraft has something like the Horde and the Alliance or something. Basically, it's like the humans and the orcs or the elves or something. Don't quote me on that because I don't play World of Warcraft. But that is another thing. Maybe that's why, maybe Grand Theft Auto shouldn't have an online like this. I personally don't mind it. I think if you play the invite-only session with your friends, I even saw one guy complaining. He said, I want to play this game, and I know there's invite-only session, but I want to make friends on this game. Now, I'm sorry, that's a pretty dumb reason. Okay, you want to play the public session to make friends, but you're going to complain about getting killed. I'm sorry, that's the nature of the beast. And I don't think this game's really meant to make friends. It's really something you play with your friends. So, I never understood that. I think the guy was just trying to find something to complain about, but whatever. Other than that, I think the game is okay. It does have its problems. I do feel the game is a little lackluster. I'm not just trying to promote Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto Online and just say it's the greatest thing I've ever played, because it's not. I'm just tired of hearing the complaints of, oh, well, it's bullshit because I got killed. Well, I'm sorry, but that's the nature of the game. When you're playing a game, again, referring back to DC Universe Online, if you're playing a game like that and you're a level 10 and you're just trying to trot along and do a quest, and let's say you're a villain and you happen to fly by the police station and you're going to go, I don't know, beat up some policemen or something because that was one of your quests. And then a hero comes by, on his quest, or maybe he's not even on a quest. Maybe he's just a hero flying around with nothing better to do. And he's a level 30 and you're a level 10. and he just completely ops you, kills you dead. Is that unfair? No, because you're in a player versus player session. You knew when you picked that sort of option that you could play against other players. The same sort of deal with playing the public session. It's annoying, yes. I'm not going to disagree with you that it's annoying, but it's not something to complain about. It really isn't. It's something that really you can prevent. In DC Universe Online, you pick a PvE character. In this game, you pick an invite-only session or a private session completely. I'm glad they even give the option for that. Some games, I'm sure, probably don't. I can't name any, but I'm sure there are some games that aren't as forgiving. Now, another thing I don't personally like about Grand Theft Auto Online is the fact that when you died, at least in the early patches, they took away a lot of money. And that's the thing that also kind of blows my mind. There are people still complaining, even post-patch, of like the money, losing a lot of money when you die, when it made it virtually impossible to gain any money in this game. Now, that's the thing I don't understand, is because these people would be begging to have this system the way it is now back. But my biggest problem is the fact that and that's with the game. As far as the user base goes, that's really my only complaint. That, and I think it should be divided into levels based on, okay, if you're X level or above, you can't join this server, or you get put with similar ranks, so it's a little more balanced. I think that would be fine, right? I don't think you should be out killing level 3s or 5s or whatever the lowest rank is on this game if you're level 60 or 70. I mean, that is annoying. I was getting killed by people like that who were like in their rank 30s and 40s when the game first came out. It's just like these guys have no life, and that got annoying. But after I found out about private session or invite-only session, I never went back to public games, and I always had fun with the game after that. So, my only other complaint was with the money again. Now, they had you lose a lot of money when you died, and I believe that's because you could actually buy credit on this game. So you go in the PlayStation Store, and you can buy credit. So, like, I don't know how much money it is, but let's just say, hypothetically, it's $10,000 for $15 of real-world cash. You could do that. And I think they made you lose a lot of money in dying, and that's why they have you lose a lot of money, because they have to make their money back somehow, because it's a free section. I mean, I could understand you guys complaining about some stuff, hence if you had to pay for this separate thing as an add-on. But the fact that you didn't have to pay for this, you didn't have to pay for Grand Theft Auto Online, you don't pay for any of the expansions, right? There's really no reason to complain, because they could have really dicked you out of a lot more money than you know. They haven't dicked you out any money. This is a free add-on. You don't like it? Go play the single player then. I'm really tired of hearing these pointless complaints about the game. Like I said, if you have a complaint about, like, the lackluster DLC, I'll agree with you. I don't think they put enough DLC out when they put the DLC out. And people are like, but you can't complain about that because it's free. But, they could charge it, but they know nobody's going to buy it. It's a free mode, and they have things where you can buy cash in the game. And there are people that do that, trust me. There are people that buy cash, real-world cash, for stupid stuff like on Facebook games. So they know the money is out there. And they know people are out there doing it. So it's nothing for them to release a game with free DLC and even a free expansion, which they could have charged for. They could have charged for Grand Theft Auto Online just to get that sort of expansion to the game. I'm thankful that it's free. They could have charged for it. That's where I don't draw too much complaints from this game. And if I don't like it, I shut the game off and play something else. I mean, some of these guys who are complaining about the most petty stuff. The stuff that's in all MMOs. And they just must have never touched an MMO. You know, it's 2013, 2014, and they're still making complaint videos on this. Like I said, you have a legitimate complaint when you lose your character because of the rank, losing your rank. You have a legitimate complaint if you got banned because someone gifted you glitched money, you know, that was hacked or whatever. But come on, man. Play the invite only session or play the single player if you don't like the public game sessions. Don't come here to make friends. It's not even that kind of a game. There's no teams. Who are you going to talk to? Right? Oh, hey guys, I'm going to be friends. Hey, want to be friends? I know you're rank 40 and I'm a rank 10, but I think we should become friends. So let's meet up at the gas station so you can blow me up. I mean, for Christ's sake, this is ridiculous. Some of these complaints. But anyway, that's, I think, all I have to say about Grand Theft Auto Online. I didn't want to make this too long of a video, a little over 15, 16 minutes, whatever. I think this is a good stopping point. I just want to know, what's with the complaining on Grand Theft Auto Online? Again, if you have a problem with, not having enough expansions, we only had 2, right? We had Beach Bum, and now we got the business one. I think that is a little lackluster for no more than what they give you. You know, a couple t-shirts, a couple haircuts. I think they might give you a vehicle or so. I mean, that's pretty lackluster for the expansions. I think they should either give more in the expansion releases, or they should give more frequent expansions. Because I think the last time we got Beach Bum was in November. And here it is, the beginning of March, and we're just now getting the next expansion, Business. And I haven't been playing Grand Theft Auto Online that much as of recently, just because there's really been nothing to do. I've always been waiting each time an expansion comes out to play it, so it feels fresh. And I'm currently rank 56, in case anybody is curious. And yeah, so if you guys want to hit me up with a friend request on PlayStation Network, you can. It's at Stoner Crazy Clips, same name that I use on YouTube, just without the 2s. So if you want to add me there, you can. Maybe we'll play an invite-only session. I don't know. Typically, I just play it with 1 or 2 friends of mine. But yeah, if you want to add me for playing other games, that's fine too. But and that's it. That's all I really wanted to tack on there at the end. So I'm not on the game a lot, but I am on the game when the new expansions come out. And I'll be sure to be on it tomorrow to try out the business expansion. And yeah, I'm not too interested in the expansion, but I thought the Beach Bum was nice because I really like one of the surfer haircuts. It kind of looks somewhat like my haircut, a lot more than the haircuts they offered default. But it's nice that they give those for free. Again, they could be charging for all this stuff, so I'm thankful they have that. I just think the packs are a little lackluster myself. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. 18 minutes going in, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off now. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.